From Rixie, this is The Daily Rec, a great resource for daily recommendations. Today's topic, podcasts. I'm Hannah Weber. Today's recommendation is the podcast Presidential from The Washington Post, hosted by Lillian Cunningham. So this show was actually recommended to me from a friend, and she is a huge political junkie. She also likes murder mysteries stuff, but politics is her main creme de la crop.
Hello.
Hi, Sam. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm good.
My name is Sam White. I am a finance coordinator. I do political fundraising in the DC area. Anything else?
That works. I think that's good. So, Sam, you were the one that actually recommended me the podcast Presidential.
Yes.
Can you talk about how you found it?
I actually think I found Presidential. I just moved to DC. It was back in 2016, and they were advertising it. The Washington Post was, and at that time I was listening to basically anything political or historical that I could get my hands on. So I gave it a listen and was immediately hooked.
What I love about this show is that it goes through each president through history. So each episode is an hour-long show about each president. I am based in Washington, D.C. myself. It's interesting to listen to these people who led our country, who shaped our country, and bringing it to what it is today.
Especially walking around the city, too, while listening to it. That's like my favorite time to listen to these podcasts, especially Presidential, and just like walk amongst the history while listening to it is just surreal.
I've never done that, but I love that you have experienced that.
I would recommend listening to George Washington while walking around Old Town. That's really cool.
Are there any particular episodes that you find interesting or hilarious or just intriguing?
I was actually thinking about it. I re-listened to Presidential a few months ago, and at first, Thomas Jefferson's my favorite president, so you would think that would be my favorite episode, but no. My favorite was James Buchanan, who is our 15th president. And what's so funny is I didn't realize he was our only bachelor president and was also rumored to be gay, but lived this out this amazing social life in the DC area and was loud and like a jokester. And you wouldn't know about that, otherwise. Who would go to the store and just randomly get a biography about James Buchanan, right? He's not typically a president people, enjoy learning about. But this podcast just gives you so much information you wouldn't have otherwise. So it's really interesting to learn about his life, and especially his personal life.
Learning about the presidents in order definitely opened up my eyes about just history in general. Warren G. Harding, his episode is about his love affair that he had all throughout his life, basically, which is very comedic and very interesting to listen to.
I feel like anybody would enjoy it, but if you're really into American history and especially presidents, you'll really find it super addicting. I totally recommend Presidential. It's a Washington Post podcast by Lillian Cunningham. If you're interested in presidents, American history, I would definitely give it a listen. I highly recommend it.
Awesome. Thank you, Sam, so much for coming on here and just filling us in and telling us why you love this show as much as I do.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me.
Thank you, and have a good day.
You too. I'm coming in tomorrow, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Awesome. We'll see you then.
All right, bye.
Bye. If you want to learn more about Presidential, see the link in the show notes. This has been your Daily Rec. Check you out tomorrow.